When I was younger, I barely had any friends. I struggled to talk to new people, and a lot of the times I felt very lonely. And this was my life throughout my younger years. And I thought there was something wrong with me because I saw everyone else having friends, and I thought, like, why do I not have any friends? And then I realized, like, making friends is not just luck, it's also skill. And in this video, I'm going to tell you the things that I did to make new friends. And if you do this, then you'll also be able to make new friends and also have like a nice social life. So yeah, I'm going to tell you the things that I did to get out of that loneliness and make new friends. So yeah. So the first thing that you should do is you should try talk to new people. This sounds obvious, but a lot of the times, well, I was overthinking this step a lot because I'd be in my own head and like I'd be thinking if they're judging me or not, and I'd also be scared of what would happen if I just go up to the people and try to talk to them. So that stopped me from like meeting new people, and all you should do is just like go up to them and then just say hi, and like from then on you'll know what to say. Like you can ask questions based on like where you're talking to them. So if you're in school, you can just like talk to them about like schoolwork and stuff. If you're in the gym, you can like talk about like what exercises you're gonna do, and then from then on you'll be able to have a conversation, and if it goes well, then you can potentially like make a new friend just like that. So one main thing is you should talk to new people. If you don't do this step, then you won't be able to make new friends, because like going up to people is like the way to make friends. You can't just wait for other people to come to you. So this is like something that you should definitely do, and it is very scary because that's what I had to do, and by doing so it made me more brave, and that's a good like skill to have. So yeah, I felt very scared doing this, but by doing it I made a lot of new friends. So it's definitely something you should do. And yeah, you can do this anywhere, like depending on like where you are. But if you're in like a social area, you can definitely just go up to people and then just ask for their name and then talk about random stuff. And then if it goes well, then you can exchange contact details and then you can hang out like another time. So talking to new people is like a prerequisite if you want to make new friends. With the first step, like you will be able to talk to new people, but if you guys aren't like compatible, then you won't be able to be friends. So that leads on to the second thing, which is like pursue your interests and hobbies. So let's say you're into like video games, you should like try talk to people who are also in video games as well. So you should like try find places where like people like that would be around, and then from then on you'll be able to like talk with them a lot easier because you have the same interests. So this leads on to my second point, which is you should try join things like clubs or sports and things such as that, where you'll be able to meet people who have common interests to you. And with that, it will be so much easier to make friends, and you'll be able to connect with them a lot more because they relate to you. And yeah, this makes it so much easier to make friends. And yeah, this is something you should do. When you talk to people, people always respect the person who like opens the conversation, because it shows leadership, and it shows that you're confident, which is very good. So you shouldn't be scared of talking to new people. Right, so now you know how to meet new people and like how to find the people you want to meet. So let's talk about the conversation itself, because that will determine like if you can like make new friends, and you want to have like a good conversation to make a good first impression. So when you're talking to them, you should try and match their energy. So if they're like very chill and relaxed, then you should also be like chill and relaxed, and you should ask like small personal questions, like what do you do for fun and things like that. You shouldn't ask like too personal questions early on. And also if you like consistently join like activities, right, you'll see the same people again, and that will make it like way more easier to talk to them, because there'll be like some familiarity with the people, and they'll be way more like receptive to you. And also when you're talking to them, you should try relate to them like in stuff they say. So let's say they like tennis, then you should say like, if it's true, you should say like you wanted to get into tennis and things like that. Or you can say like, oh, I've never tried tennis, or things like that. You just relate to what they say, and that shows that you're listening to them, which they'll respect a lot. So if you do this, then like they'll definitely be receptive to you if you want to be their friend. And especially if you're like joining the sports and things like consistently, you'll see the same people again, and that makes it like way more, they'll be way more receptive to you because they're like familiar with you. So if you join like the same like activities and hobbies, you'll see the same people again and again, which makes it easier to talk to them as well. After that, you can like try like hang out with them outside of wherever you met them. You can like invite them out to something chill, like let's say you met someone in the gym, you can be like, or do you want to like go to the gym with me? You can say stuff like that. Or if you like met them at university, you can be like, or do you want to go to the library with me? One things like that. um and by this point you should like, by this point it's already like you guys are already like friends now, because you've met each other, you've talked to each other, and like you're hanging out outside. So this is like already like the main way to make friends. It's actually not that complicated. So it comes down to just being scared. Like most people are just scared to talk to new people. It's the very first step that people like overcomplicate. um so yeah, if you do this to a lot of people, then you'll make a lot of friends, and then like they'll come to you, and then it will be so much easier to like have friends and have like a fun time, and they'll also invite you out as well. So if you do this, then you can easily make lots of friends, and that's what I did. And yeah, it's definitely a fun experience because human beings are like social creatures. So it's super important to make friends and like have like a nice social circle. So yeah, if you try this, then you'll definitely make friends. It's just the first step is probably the hardest one, which is like talking to new people. That's where I'm gonna end this video off. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, thank you guys for watching.